Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11. And then a Giant first down.
That's good for a Giants first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
We ain't giving them nothing today.
Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Nyheim Hines. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Luck. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Now Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And he is going to be stock cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Jackson on 3rd and long from his end zone. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Sherrills to return it. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
3 bud. 12. Mike, 53.
Now it's Locke. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. They'll run on first down. Hines, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. DJ Moore hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Sometimes when I see these types of plays executed, I think of basketball. Guys boxing other guys off to go out and get a rebound.
And he got the rebound right there. But the defense was really placed well.
Yeah, they were right there. I mean, that's where it's really tough for a defender. When you're in the right spot, you're draped on the guy catching the ball, yet he still comes down with it.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Dolphins.
Double up. Check 52.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now a play fake here on first down. And caught by Henry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. On first down, Freeman. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. To throw is Jackson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line. They'll run on first down. Freeman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. First foray into the red zone for Miami. It's first, and Freeman lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 40, the 30, past the 20. And he takes it into the end zone for a Giant TD.
That's a touchdown right there.
Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On second down, it's Johnson. Now that gets back some of what they needed, but they're still stuck here with a 3rd and 13.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
He completes it to Henry. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Here's Sherrills. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Off of play action, Luck flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Luck now to throw. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Check 43. General West. Check 3.
Watch the motion, watch the motion.
Here's Hines. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. And they have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Monday.
Now a drawn play with Drake. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
56, Mike, 56.
On 1st down, Love. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Vance McDonald. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
Now that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your dead. Here's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Miami. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Throwing is long. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Lock. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Jackson now. Gets it off to Freeman. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Here's Jackson on 3rd down. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go, Vince. Hey, let's get there. 198. Watch 98.
some space here. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. To throw again is Jackson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Equanimous St. Brown in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now on the board here in the first half. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken short. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run with Hines, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 34-yard line. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 34. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Love. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing on 3rd down, Love. It's complete to Drake. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 22-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately, They dropped the defensive end out and ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Luck going to bring him up first and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. They run the counter. It's Hines. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. You just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11.
Bang, 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 bang. 22, jet, over. 22, jet, 1.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants!
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys have to touch the ball and carry it. They're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Throwing on second and 8. Luck. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Devontae Parker with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point from McManus is good. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions. but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, Jackson complete. Hunter Henry with the ground. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a 1st down. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And Jackson throwing once more. He sets to fire deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Equanimous St. Brown, but now it's 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 28. This quarterback now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Equanimous St. Brown. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. Again, Jackson. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
On 1st down, Hines. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
They run again with Hines. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. On 3rd down, it's Hines. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. They'll try the air now with Locke. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Brings up third down and
The Giants on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, Charlie. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Check.
Now Luck. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. The kick by McManus is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
the Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Jackson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
After the sack on first down, Jackson, that's complete to his receiver, Pettis. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Ready?
Jackson from the shotgun. And that will be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Here's Jackson. And it is incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
Hey, check.
Now a first down throw. Luck. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now it's Luck. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. DJ Moore with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. McManus's point after is good, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brandon Graham in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Jackson is going to find his running back. It's complete. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it to Jackson. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position.
12. Keep it up, guys.
Throwing now, Luck. He's going to go up top for the end zone and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Go.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A.J. Klein make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Jackson throwing on 4th down, and it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Giants are going to take over in great field position.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. 12.
Luck going to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Hines. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Don't get nervous.
Luck on 1st down. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Luck. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They come out here in the eye. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Luck on the sneak. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll look to run with Cotter, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. One last shot for Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Giants, their battle to finish 500 gets a slight lift as they move to 6-8 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for Miami, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.